I made it. I'm here. Hell yeah. Alright. Fuck, that took a long time. I'm sweating. I had to change my goddamn shirt. Oh, we made it. That's pretty good. I think I need to fuck with my camera. So let's do this, huh? Let's give it the old... Yep, I do. You motherfucker. Fucking camera. Over here. Where are you? There. Do not balance my whiteness. I'm white enough. We make that joke every time. Don't focus me. Don't expose me. Don't compensate for the low amount of light that you may or may not find. Look how fucking focused it is for right here. I just wish it would focus there, and I don't understand why not. So let's do focus on me. Me. Yeah, thank you. There. Leave it there. Okay. I don't actually know where that is or not. Nope, it's that way. Okay. Can we go this way? Maybe. We go higher. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good. Ugh, I need to shave, dude. Looking all gross. All right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're here. What up, my dudes? Give me a second. My long flowing locks. Oh my. So much hair, dude. I got like a fucking ponytail and shit. So much hair. Got the pizza on the way. Excuse me. Fuck off, mate. You what? Hi. We have a lo-fi backing. I'm not sure if you were aware of that. Yes. Dude, now I gotta pee. But I'm so happy that I'm sitting down that I'm just gonna sit down for a minute. Pee can wait for like 5 minutes. Fucking minimum, dude. I earned a sit. Got the Pac-Man fucking shit on. Hashtag not sponsored. Highlight, whatever. Like made by these folks. It's like super hoppy. Call it Judy, you know. Has like that hoppy, grapefruity kind of bitter. I think it's a Dippa. Double IPA. I don't know. It's for sure an IPA. It talks about a merry game, and I think this is the one where they used to kick each other's heads around. I could be wrong. I have a nice glass. I could actually pour that in. I may do that. Oh, what a day today, boys. We should have a talk, chat. We haven't had a talk in a while. This could be one of those times. I feel like my backing track could be... Dude, it's not even that it's that hot right now. The real feel probably isn't even in the 90s, right? It's like mid 80s, I'd say. But like it's been thunderstormy last few days and it's about to be stormy again now. So it is so humid and muggy out, dude. It was like oppressive and thick. Oh. I don't remember what I was watching. But someone was talking about how the word thick got appropriated because people were calling Taylor Swift thick. And then that it was just a crazy time to be in the world. And I'm like, I know what you mean. I know. Yeah, that's... I don't remember the context of this, but I was thinking about it earlier and it was making me laugh. It's like that's when I knew it was all over, when they started calling Taylor Swift thick. Oh no. Because she's a very beautiful lady, but she doesn't... Like, she's not... What I don't feel those... That's not an adjective that I would use for her. Like... I don't know, like giraffe would be closer, maybe? I don't know. She's like very tall and... I don't know. So yeah, you know. I just thought it meant you had to be like curvy or have like booty, you know? Oh. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Who am I to judge her public persona? Her public persona is that of like Valley Girl Airhead that pretends like she isn't, breaking the mold while she's making, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not her target demographic. I seem to actually fit it though, but I don't partake. You have Nightbot on YouTube? What? What? Is Nightbot good again, or is YouTube just in the era of Nightbot now? I think what I learned most today is that no relationship is ever above falling victim to like literally the world's stupidest fucking shit imaginable. And just dumb. Like the stronger the relationship, the weaker the relationship, old, new. Dumb shit. It's fucking lethal, bruh. Did you ever play Magic the Gathering in like the 2000s, like the early? Like it's like turn fucking 5 blaze, like, and then fucking recast and blue. Just it's fucking. I'd say communication, like if communication becomes a problem early on in a relationship. Now when I say early on, I mean like, fuck, I don't know, dude. If you're in a relationship and you've only been in there like a couple weeks or something like that, and you're dealing with some real shit, get the fuck out, right? But moreover, like, if communication falls by the wayside with you when you've been with someone for a little bit, don't sit back and be like, oh, maybe it'll just, you know, like, as soon as you notice like some shit's like you guys are starting to like lose that little bit of like really awesome like daily like sharing and stuff, hop on that, dude. That shit's so important. My God. Well, I mean, all relationships are going to run into some shit, right? Like, so, like, you know, it just depends on, like, whatever your level of tolerance is to, you know, whatever your partner can do or not, right? But, like... right? But, like... if your communication breakdown happens, and you're aware of it, or not even, but it gets brought to your attention, not even by your partner, but by, like, people around you, listen to them. Maybe they're onto something. And then if your partner brings it up, don't just assume it's, oh, they're just bitching. Because they're probably not. And even if they are, like, and they're blowing it out of proportion, there's something there, right? There's always something there. You have to, like... it's not read between the lines necessarily, but it's... you have to try to... not think about what they're telling you, but think about what they're not telling you, right? Like, less what they're saying, more what's causing them to say the thing they're saying. Whether or not the thing they're saying is, like, the truth or a lie or this or that, what's causing them to say this? And actually, a lie is a great example. You can tell so much more about someone that's lying to you than you can, if you know they're lying, than you can ever about someone who is telling you the truth. Someone that is lying to you and what they choose to lie about and why they choose to lie about that thing is such an interesting thing. I heard another streamer say this earlier today, and I totally agree with it. As toxic as it can be, it is interesting. Because it's like, why? Like, you know, I know this person cares, you know, I know that they say they care, but why this thing? And why this thing? Or that thing, you know, like it, and everyone's got their own stuff, and their own insecurities and such. So, yeah. But communication is very important. You have to nip that in the bud. You have to communicate. Not like daily, like, fuck this bullshit about you ain't text me in 6 hours, you're not my boyfriend bullshit. Never too late for you. But like, you know, shit. It, like, I don't know if these people are too young to remember, but there used to be a time where you'd go, like, you can talk to, see your significant other for a couple days. You're like, oh, how you been? We are filing. Oh, hell yeah. Oh. Oh. That's no good, man. Yeah. As soon as I read it as filing and not filling for the 15th time. I mean, that sucks. I say that sucks, but I mean, there's not, you know, it's never, what fucking, there was a comedian, he said, it's like no happy situation ever ends like that. There's always like a reason for it. So it's like for the betterment, I guess, but it's fucking, it doesn't mean it's easier, it doesn't suck. So I'm sorry, my dude. I'm hoping that's not like my situation. Yeah, means to an end. Okay. Yeah. I think the comedian's exact thing was something like, no happy marriage ever ends in divorce. Like, you know, like, and not to say it was bad at all, but like, there's, hopefully anyway, some of the time at least, you know, two people can be like, hey, this isn't working, let's not be petty and silly, right? So, hopefully that's like the way of it. The beauty of having my medical card in the house to myself currently. The kids running around. Just smoke here. Dude, the thing. Here, let me dissuade you from getting anxiety when I do it. I cover with the metal part. And this doesn't, it diffuses the heat before it ever becomes a problem. Yeah, I would be too. Not like the Bic ones, but like the cheap clear ones, dude. This girl I used to hang out with, went to tap out a pipe out the side of a car, and she had the pipe upside down, and she was holding it by just the metal part here, like this, and she went tap, tap, and on the third tap, it exploded. And we were certain we were gonna see this poor girl with like, but nah, she was just still holding on. Like the only thing that survived was just the metal bit. She was just holding on to that and like, so we stopped doing that with lighters. On that day, none of us that were there. Oh damn, that's uneven as fuck, dude. What the fuck happened here? Oh, this side's good as hell, though. What the fuck? What the fuck is... I'm just gonna go like this. Oh, there you go. There's my YouTube. You give it a clicky. That's the channel. The other thing was probably like the stream proper, right? Nah, it's like, it doesn't grow, like, right here. It's more of a joke. Like, no, like, it just doesn't, like, in this patch. But on this side, it's, like, all the way, like, most beautiful fucking, like, whole, like, this whole side. This side's more of, like, a 16-year-old plague theme. And this side is, like, the face of a man over here. I get slapped more over here? I don't know. Damn, okay. Like... Can we get... Oh no, I got good. Fuck. No copyright, yeah. Oh, you know what, dude? Fuck it. What is it? It's like... Man, like a 10 hour? Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's better. It's more accurate. This is technically lo-fi, right? Dude, but I know that no matter how much dumb shit happened all day today, that, like, I'm still in my headspace, you know, I'm keeping myself kind of where I need to be. Even though I made the dumb decision to walk to go get beer, I've barely even had the one. I had like 2 sips so far. And I knew that there's no fucking way I'm cooking tonight. It's just not happening. Not that I even plan on having like enough to have like 2 beers, maybe, right? Maybe 3. But like, it's been a fuck today, dude. So cooking's not happening. But pizza is on the way. So I got all my bases covered. All the needs are covered. I got water. Yeah, dude, you know. The second officer, like, also was one of the nicest human beings I've ever encountered in my life, so. I'd give him a shout out, but I don't think he wants to be associated with all this mess. He was a cool dude, though. Complimented all the wife's paintings and shit. Was doing his best to like get my mind on other shit, so it's pretty good. What a wild day. Ask me in 2 years. I'll tell you everything. Oh yeah, of course. 100 messages? What? Dude, I need like a bell. Or a button. I need like that confetti button, you know? Oh, I used to have like the sheep and all that. You know what I mean? I could tweet that. It gives me the option. That's swell. Dude, everyone already fucking watches JCS stuff, so I can't even break into that meta. Oh, pardon, Jesus. Oh, the criminal justice stuff, dude. You seen this? Here, let me find like Wrath of Jody was like a real good one. It's like 2 hours long though. The one you've probably been served recently is what Pretending to be Crazy looks like. I have been playing Vermintide. Dude, I've been getting good off cam too. I beat a Cataclysm on the other day. Yeah, here, look, I'll show you a little bit of one. All of my ex-boyfriends are still alive. Oh, jeez. Because, like, everyone else watches these on Twitch, so why can't I watch it on both, right? You tell me, doctor. I'm not a doctor. Oh. Small me.
In the year 1980, on Wednesday the 9th of July at exactly 11:54 p.m., a little girl named Jody Ann Arias,
JCS Criminal Psychology. Everyone's been watching this. I've already seen them all.
Completely unbeknownst to her doting parents, was destined to become one of the most infamous people in the United States of America.
Yeah, they did one about Casey too. This girl is crazy,
From what we know about her behavioral sequences, and despite what her defense team would later want you to believe, there's virtually nothing in Jody's childhood that can be linked as a contributing factor to what she would eventually be capable of. The only thing worth mentioning was that she dropped out of high school in the 11th grade to pursue a career in photography, but it went nowhere, so she began working at a hotel restaurant, which became her occupation.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't know about this channel, dude. Straight up, I don't know it, like, I can always tell, like, the bad guy in a movie, if it's a lady, like, if it's a double cross situation, because I'm like, it is JCS, Criminal Psychology. They have 3 million subscribers. I have 4. 4. Like, 1, 2, 3. Me, Snakes, Dupeldo, I think, and Troy. And maybe 5 now. Would be you if you have YouTube.
For the next 8
but
years.
I could tell that
February
she was
of 2006, at 26 years of
not
age,
okay.
she began
Because
a
I
new
like
job
her.
as a salesperson for a network marketing company called Prepaid Legal, and it was through this occupation where she crossed paths with fellow sales representative Travis Alexander, a 28-year-old practicing Mormon from Arizona, who also worked part-time as a motivational speaker.
When you get
Practicing Mormon. He hadn't gone full pro yet, but he was like collegiate level.
into the briefing,
Heck yeah,
they
bud,
say
thank you.
no, that counts. When you get someone fully exposed and they say no, that counts. Every time you get one of those, cross one off the list. By the time the 100th one's crossed off the list, you won't be able to spend the money.
He was a very charismatic young man, which immediately caught Jody's attention. They met at a business conference in September of 2006 and began a curious relationship from that point forward. To cut a long story short, Jody was in love, and Travis was not. They broke up after just 5 months, but soon after...
Dude, look, you know how you can tell? You know how you can tell? Okay. See those eyes? See those eyes? Okay. You know what else has eyes like that? Yeah. Soulless. Uncaring. Yeah. She has squirrel eyes, dude. No way. No way. It's squirrel eyes all day, dude. Like
Was in love, and Travis was not. They broke
Also-
up after just 5 months, but soon after the split, Jody moved from her grandparents'
he looks like
home
that
in Yreka,
bad guy,
California,
whatever.
into an apartment just 2 blocks from
Dirtbag
Travis's house
Steve or
in
whatever.
Mesa, Arizona. She
Fucking
was
meme.
at that moment labeled the crazy stalker ex by all of Travis's friends, and although Travis agreed,
Dude.
he would continue having
Dude.
sex with her out of pure convenience. She would show up unannounced on countless occasions, sometimes in the middle of the night, and Travis would let her in every time.
I mean-
It became somewhat of a routine, and a dysfunctional situation that neither were happy with. Travis, although he enjoyed the sex, essentially wanted her out of his life, while Jody desperately
been in
wanted
really
a
toxic-
serious relationship.
I've been in really toxic relationships, not to this level, because I haven't been killed, but like this, like what they're about to describe some of. And it's difficult. There's a fucking what the Offspring has a song about it. Like it's really fucked up. Like this kind of awkward power dynamic back and forth like this. It makes people do fucky things, dude. It'll make you fucking crazy. Whether or not you are or will stay that way. It'll fuck your head up, shit like this.
And
Doing that to people that like on again, off again, stringing someone along, keeping like it's not okay to do fucking on either side. It's fucky.
Her diary, she firmly held on to the belief that they were meant to be together.
Yeah.
Late May
No.
of 2008, however,
Not
she
that one.
recalled-
Low self-esteem. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey. Fuck it. But nah, yeah. He's like, she's drunk again and she's ready to go. Now I know I should say no. Yeah. No. Yeah. Offspring album, 10 out of 10. Dude, he's really terrible live. That man cannot sing, but they're a great band. I love them. I fucking love them to death.
ultimately have it changed.
I really like this picture. This is a really cool picture. This is like very artistic, you know? Like less so that she's like a haunting fucking ghoul, but mostly because I know like the evil that she has committed. She, you know, this is a cool idea for a picture, like the holding in like the light and yeah.
Part. Travis had a work retreat planned to Cancun, Mexico for July 10th. It was
Dude, this just looks like fucking biggest scam ever, but
all
okay.
paid for by his employer and allowed him to take a friend with him. Jody knew about this and believed, or at the very least hoped, that she would be the one going. Yet in the last week of May, it became known that Travis was taking another woman instead, a Mormon girl by the name of Mimi Hall, someone that Travis had been romantically interested in for some time. When Jody found out, it would be safe to assume that she was heartbroken. It would be even safer to assume that she was absolutely enraged. And the collective opinion is that a specific thought process began to emerge in her mind, one that forged a psychological justification for a certain decision. On June 4th, 2008,
Yeah, it
6
looked like a
days before
timeshare.
Travis
Yeah.
was set to leave for Mexico, Jody would once more show up unannounced. All we know
She's
for sure
like-
is that they had sex.
Dude, I can tell you for sure that she did it, even if they didn't have any evidence. She is so pretty to me, and like people that are really, I don't know why, and not Snakes at all. She's not at all like this at all. She's like probably one of the best people I've ever been with. But like for the most part, I am so attracted to such toxic people. She is extremely pretty. And I'm extremely attracted to snakes. I mean, is extremely pretty, and I am extremely attracted to snakes. And she is not an evil psycho or a toxic person or a killer, and it surprises me. I've never been with a killer because I'm still alive, but I've been with some really toxic, bad people. And the worse they are, the more I'm like, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. It's something. I don't know. I think I have
Took
mommy
explicit
issues, maybe.
pictures
I don't
of each other
know.
Using
I don't know.
Travis's new camera. At roughly
Oh,
5
yeah, hold on.
for Mexico, Jody would once more show up unannounced. All we know for sure is that they had sex and took explicit pictures of each other using Travis's new camera. At roughly 5 p.m., Travis would get in the shower, and Jody would begin taking pictures of him using the same camera. Then, moments after this picture was taken,
Thank
Jody would
God.
stab Travis a total of 27 times. She would also cut his throat and shoot him in the face. During the onslaught, Travis's camera took 2 accidental photographs. The first was taken as Jody dropped it during the onset of the attack. The second was taken as she kicked it by mistake while moving Travis's body. It showed Jody's foot and a fatally wounded or deceased Travis.
You see a
The
knee
amount of time that passed
with
for the
some
2
ketchup on it,
photographs was 62 seconds.
and
Jody
like,
then spent an estimated 45 minutes cleaning down the crime
I don't know if
scene
I'm allowed
to
to show
make sure
blood,
none of her
even though
DNA
people
was
have
left
shown all
behind.
this.
This included wiping down the victim's body with a cup of
They're
water
showing
and a cloth. She
cup of
also
water and a
deleted
cloth.
the pictures from Travis's camera before throwing
Yeah,
it in
it
the
seems
washing
fine.
machine.
It's probably
She would then
fine.
drive back out into
But
the
they get
desert
weird.
and leave Travis a voicemail for the purpose of placing herself away from the crime scene and
So,
giving herself
there
an
you go.
alibi.
We good now.
Leslie called you, so I already talked to her, so you can call her back if you want, but it's not necessary. My phone died, so I wasn't getting back to anybody. And what else? Oh, and I drove 100 miles in the wrong direction, over 100 miles, thank you very much. So yeah, remember New Mexico? It was a lot like that, only you weren't here to prevent me from going into the 3 digits, so fun. I'll tell you all about that later. Also, we were talking about, when we were talking about your upcoming travels my way, I was looking at the May calendar, so I'm all confused. But Heather and I are going to see Othello on July 1st, and we would love for you to accompany us. Let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. End of message.
Jody
Okay,
would
buddy.
then drive to
You have a good
another
one.
man's house in Utah by the name of Ryan Burns and stayed the night.
But yeah, hey,
Later testified-
watch these. There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good ones. This one's good. They got a lot of good ones on here. I'll probably keep watching it. Really good. I'll keep commentating on it. Yeah. Yeah, they do a lot of good content. Yeah, no, I'll review this one. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on at least until like pizza, and probably after pizza. And I like, play some Vermi here in a bit. I met some new boys, and I've been hanging out with a much larger than me content creator a little bit, and he's pretty cool. So that's kind of, yeah. It's been fun, and it's been like super helpful, and everyone in that Discord is so fucking nice, dude, and very open about talking about mental health shit, so that's been super helpful for me as well. So hell yeah, brother.
that nothing seemed off about Jody's behavior, only that they kissed and engaged in sexual intercourse. Travis's body was discovered by Mimi and her friends 5 days later, the day before they were supposed to leave.
5 days, holy crap.
How long were you there trying to get into the house?
Just, a couple of minutes. I banged on the door, rang the doorbell over and over again. Nobody answered. I was scared that something might be happening to him because I knew that he had a stalker. Travis's friend on the phone suggested that we go in through the garage and look for him in the house. And then as soon as they said that they saw blood, that there's blood everywhere, I stopped looking and said, he's dead. And so immediately I called the police.
After the news of Travis's death broke the following day, Jody called the police and offered to help with the investigation. She was then transferred to the lead detective, Esteban Flores, of the Mesa Police Department. The most notable detail of the phone call was that Jody agreed to provide a sample of her DNA. Over the following month, forensics were able to uncover the deleted photos from Travis's camera, and despite her best efforts, discovered Jody's DNA all over the crime scene. During this time, oblivious to the evidence that was building against her, Jody would post multiple pictures of her and Travis on Facebook, alongside emotional messages to Travis himself. She even sent his family flowers and a letter expressing her grief over his death. The Mesa Police Department launched a case against Jody on July 15th. 41 days after the murder. Detective Flores would be the one to conduct her interrogation. He had spoken with her once over the phone and was present when she was fingerprinted and swabbed for DNA. The Siskiyou County Police arrested Jody at her grandparents' house at 7:35 a.m. and only said they had a warrant for her arrest without giving further information. She was placed in handcuffs and didn't once ask what she was being arrested for in the 6-minute drive to the local police station. What makes Jodi Arias stand out among the many cases in the realm of true crime is the manner in which she attempts to navigate the system. She seems to believe that if she presents herself in a certain way and adopts a very specific character with very specific traits, it will give her the best chance at evading the consequences of her actions. In her mind, this character is a soft-spoken, sweet-natured, God-fearing individual. Yet to everyone else, is quite possibly the most universally annoying person to ever abide in the history of
I don't know, man. Like, the squirrel eyes, I dig it. We covered this already, right? This is really strange. This is like some awkward, weird horror movie type stuff. Like, I don't understand why, like... Why? What are you doing? How bored do you get? Just sit in the chair.
In the next moment, Jodi will hear Detective Flores approaching the room. She will then abruptly place her head on the table to make it appear as if she's sleeping. She will now notice the detective has instead walked past the room and then revert back to her regular sitting position.
Oh my goodness.
For whatever reason, Jodi wants to appear as if she's in a far calmer state than she actually is. She wants the detective to believe that she's relaxed enough to doze off, when she is in fact extremely alert and anticipating his arrival. She places her head back on the table to feign a placid state once more, and you'll notice her left shoulder hovers in what looks like a very uncomfortable position for just over a minute. She then hears the external door open, at which point she takes a deep breath and then fully rests onto the table.
Okay, let me get those off you. So you remember me?
Of course I do.
I traveled all the way up here to come talk to you. Because, you know, I've been working on Travis's case ever since it happened. Pizza's here. Okay, and I know exactly when it happened, when he was killed. I know a lot of details. Here, you guys chill. And just recently I'm gonna grab the pizza. Found quite a bit of evidence. And I'll discuss. We know when Travis was killed. I promise. The main thing that I'm looking for, though, is answers on why certain things happened, why they went so far, and also to get your statements.
Okay.
She's been brought to a police station in handcuffs and now just told her arrest is concerning the death of her ex-lover. An innocent person sitting in her position would want immediate clarification as to what exactly is going on. Jodi doesn't inquire further, just gently accepts to cooperate after being given a very vague, yet highly accusive clarification of the situation.
A lot of details on this case that haven't been released to the public, and not even to Travis's family. And those details are known only by us and the person who did it. Okay, and that's one of the reasons I'm here, is because I believe that you know some of these details. And I think you can help us.
I would love to help you in any way that I can.
Okay. Because we're here at the police department, the sheriff's department here in, was it Siskiyou County? That's what it's called. Okay. And you're considered under arrest or detained. You're not free to go. And I'm a police officer. I have to read you your rights. Okay. I'm sure you've heard them on TV. You know, I have to read them off this little card here, but they're pretty much the same. And I'll explain them to you as we go. Okay. And you know, if there's a question that you don't want to answer, you don't feel comfortable, you can say no. You know, or you know, you can elaborate as much as you want. It's completely up to you. It's at your speed. I don't want to pressure you.
Is this recorded at all, or should we?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a recording or something.
I don't know if these are voice recorders. I noticed them. If they have video, or if they have audio, or batteries, or what.
I don't think they're on.
Hindsight allows us to recognize this is simply an attempt to appear innocent. She seems to think that if she appears confident enough to recommend the use of an outdated voice recorder, that it will seem as though she has nothing to hide in the eyes of the detective. But it's just bizarre. If the detective wasn't already certain of Jody's guilt, he would most certainly become suspicious at this moment.
Alright. What I miss? Tell me, chat.
Yeah, I haven't touched those.
Let's see, where are we? Hit me with it.
Would be racing here, yet she desperately wants her exterior self to appear calm. She's so focused on having this nonchalant disposition that she completely fails to realize her behavior doesn't match the situation whatsoever. She's in a state of hyperarousal while feigning a state of composure, and the end result just looks very strange. It gives reason for her unusual infatuation with a voice recorder, and also for her oncoming sitting position, which really can't be described, only compared to a sea lion peeking over a rock.
They're not on, so what I want to do is just get to the bottom of it. Everybody wants to know, okay? And so I'm going to ask you some questions. You can voluntarily answer them if you want. Okay?
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
The body language is very all over the place.
There was some question about you being. Well, let's start with this. What have you been up to since Travis's death? What have you been doing?
Well, I've been working.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been really working in prepaid legal. There's not a whole lot here in this marketplace, which is...
It's kind of small here.
It's small here, and really that could be seen as an opportunity rather than a hindrance, because that just means the market is untapped in a large way. So I could have, if I wanted to, but I'm kind of like a deer in the headlights when it comes to prepaid legal, and I just have a fear of just approaching people.
You'll come to notice that Jody will go off on these unrelated tangents anytime she has the slightest chance to do so. It's a recurring theme in interrogations for when the suspect is facing serious charges. And the common theory is that it's an attempt at gaining a momentary escape from what is likely the most terrifying moment of their life. Going into detail about topics completely unrelated to the situation at hand essentially delays the onset of their new reality.
Okay, so that's something I learned working like kind of what they're talking about here. Working a lot of retail and a lot of service industry stuff and being a waiter and this and that. Working for hotels and security and all sorts of other dumb jobs I've had. Just dealing with people in general. Anytime that you encounter someone who's super uncomfortable or is having a very hard time opening up to whatever the situation may or may not be, if you can ask them basic questions, and try to relate to them in some way, just tends to be like something easy, like work, school, like there's a couple things here and there that you can hit, family. Sometimes you may or may not want to go there in like a retail situation, but like just in any kind of way to like relate. Oh yeah, I have, I've done this or that, or I have a dog or a cat or whatever. But a good way to get someone to open up, because a lot of people are very comfortable talking about something they're either passionate about or themselves. And if you can find a way to like work those two topics in somehow to a conversation in like any kind of service industry sales thing, it's like that. So I imagine like sales industry, service industry, kind of stuff, like maybe some of that sort of like conversational techniques that do work this way as well. But it's a good way to get someone to open up, and I think this is kind of like the phenomenon they're talking about.
Forensic psychology views this as a form of denial, and also a subconscious coping mechanism. This particular tangent was about the local climate and multi-level marketing, but she'll also ramble about photography, religion, relationships, spirituality, household pets, her ex-boyfriends, road trips, hitchhiking, designer clothing, and computer virus software.
Religion and spirituality? Was that two categories? Hitchhiking and road trips? I don't know.
The detective subtly nudges her away from the theme of network marketing and onto the topic of Travis. She starts off with a Facebook post she made in his memory.
I realized looking back on it that it kind of sounded immature. It's more like my dear Travis kind of letter. And so I took it down because...
More personal.
Yeah, some of it was details that were a little more personal. Not too personal, nothing inappropriate. Just, I just felt funny. I think because I'm a photographer, I tend to communicate more through pictures. So I posted a ton of pictures that I had of him, and I have a ton more that I just can't access right now, and videos and things that I know his family would want. But
She then explains how it's hard to talk about Travis's death with the guy she's now dating.
and we've been talking a lot, and we try not to talk about that because it's kind of like, ugh. And plus, Travis is my ex-boyfriend, but at the same time, he's my friend. So while I'm mourning my friend, how do you talk to your new potential, possible, maybe person that you might start dating about your friend, even though he was your ex-boyfriend? So it's kind of a gray area.
The detective knows she'll happily trail off until the morning comes, so he cuts her off and locks her into the situation at hand.
And I've talked to a lot of people, and everybody's pointing a finger at you. You know, everybody is saying, I don't understand what happened to Travis. I don't know who killed him. But you need to look at Jody. And sometimes the simplest answers are the correct ones.
One of the most fascinating parts of this interrogation is how long the detective allows Jody to cling on to hope. For the first 45 minutes, she will be terrified, yet still believe there's a chance she will be going home at the end of it. The detective will hint at her suspicions and culpability in a gradual manner, yet not directly accuse her until a much later stage. Dangling the
Oh, that was
idea
delicious.
of hope above someone's
Okay.
head while simultaneously hinting at the grim future that awaits them would perhaps be considered cruel in most other circumstances. Yet
Yeah,
on this
it's
occasion,
manipulative as fuck.
tolerated for a tactical purpose.
Yeah.
It is to allow for as much divulgence from the suspect as possible. Her fear will cause her to panic. Not enough to the point where she completely locks up, but just enough so that she continuously tries to claw at her own salvation, and in the process will divulge information that will be extremely damaging to her defense later on.
And that's one of the reasons I started looking at you a little bit closer. And over the last month or so, I've gotten into Travis's life, talked to all his friends, his family. I got a really good understanding of who he is now. And a very good understanding of
Yeah,
your
like a picture-in-picture mode here.
Obviously, you weren't boyfriend, girlfriend anymore, but you were still having a sexual relationship, which,
Oof.
Does
you
his
know,
family
Pardon.
know about that? Just curious.
no,
Is it an
his family
extension?
doesn't know anything.
I'm interested in protecting how he's remembered as well. And
Just for the purpose of integrated context, at Jody's trial, she would label Travis a sexual deviant, a domestic abuser, and a pedophile.
He truly had
But she
feelings.
cares about his family.
And for some reason, he felt that the relationship between you and him was somewhat unhealthy, but he couldn't stop it. And I assume that's probably maybe the same way you felt about him, or
it's probably,
maybe you didn't understand why he didn't believe it was healthy.
No, I didn't think it was healthy either, spiritually at least, and probably emotionally, but mostly spiritually. That kind of causes you to have something that's not healthy spiritually. It filters through all aspects of your life.
Her dialogue alters from spirituality
My
to
goodness.
her work history and then to her finances before moving on to her family. Bear in mind she wasn't asked about any of this.
Financially, I wasn't doing well. I missed my family. I moved away shortly after high school, and I come back to visit, but I realized over the years I'd missed out on a lot of things with my little brother and sister. Missed out on just their karate or their baseball or cheerleading or...
The detective nudges her back to the subject of Travis once more. He asks if the sexual element combined with his religion was the reason the relationship didn't work. Jody then takes it upon herself to recount her sex life history and simultaneously preach about her own devotion to the Bible.
I've had a couple of serious relationships before where I was intimate with a few people, and it's kind of silly, but I used to always joke that regardless of what the Bible says, and yes, I'm Christian, I just live my life by the 10 Commandments, and those are my rules. You know, thou shalt not this or that, but it doesn't say thou shalt not fornicate. So I just used to joke about that. We did pray about it. I remember we knelt by his bed once, and surprisingly, he suggested it. Normally, you know, I would suggest that we pray before we go on a trip or before we eat if we're alone.
It was kind of unusual for him, huh?
Yeah, because he was very resistant to prayer. He's like, so I'd say, will you say a prayer? He's like, why don't you say a prayer? Why don't you say a prayer? Why don't you say a prayer? So we'd go back and forth. Jody, will you say a prayer? And I said, sure. And Travis was
Oh
like,
my.
The detective endures as much prayer.
She is
talk as humanly
annoying as
possible
shit
before
there,
shifting
right?
the topic once more.
Like,
He was
it
at
just
that
is so
point in his life
grating.
where he wanted to really start settling down. He felt like he needed to kind of grow up,
Help.
you know, become a husband, become a father. Did you guys ever discuss possibly getting married or anything?
when we were dating, we did.
Okay.
Once we broke up, he brought it up. He actually proposed to me
Oh.
a lot of times, but he wasn't serious.
Gracious.
Let's move to after the breakup.
Oh, okay.
What kept you in Mesa at that point?
I actually moved to Mesa a few weeks after we broke up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a time period he really wasn't seeing anybody, and then Mimi came into the picture.
Oh no, she's reverting back to Seal.
I didn't know a lot
Seal
about her.
strats.
She seems like a really nice girl. He showed me her picture on Facebook. You know, I don't think she had a lot of pictures on there. He said that he's not sure why, but he's pretty sure that she could be it. And I was happy for him. I didn't find out about Lisa.
This conversation you had face to face with him?
Yeah, yeah, it was in his room. And he had his laptop, you know, just on his bed.
Jody is desperately trying to make it appear as though her and Travis were on good terms. But this is just overkill. Jody was labeled the crazy stalker X by all of Travis's friends, and even Travis himself. The idea that he would show and then discuss any potential future romances with Jody is ridiculous.
I mean, no.
I truly believe he does.
No. No. False. No. That is like one of the only parts of her story I'm like, yeah, sure. Because they're already that toxic, and he's trying at anything. He's like, hey, you know, I'm kind of serious about this one. I don't think that may or not might have been his words, but I believe that something like that could have happened. I don't believe, you know, I believe that. Yeah, no, I could see that happening. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. So that's a bit of a reach here.
Does love her still,
Oh, he
but
does.
Travis
He loves
had
her.
a. He's what you call a player. You know what that means?
Yeah, Bill Bellamy wrote the
He
fucking
kinda
script.
He doesn't
pulls
intend
girls
to hurt
in.
anybody, though.
He was reluctant to make a commitment first off, and truly, he didn't think that you were marriage material. And I don't know why not. I mean, I see you. You're a wonderful girl. You're struggling. You're trying to make your way through life, and I don't see why you guys couldn't have made it.
I think
Ooh, let me get one more slice. Hey, I'm gonna pause it there though. I don't want to.
we have very different philosophies on a lot of ways. We would argue about the dumbest things, and like there was so many times where I just couldn't wrap my mind around what he would. I could, but I would try to get him to do the same for me. Like there was a time when I broke down on the way to LA once, and my car got a flat tire. So I had at the time roadside assistance because my car was still under warranty. And they went to take the car in to change the tire and realized that when they sold me the car, they didn't give me the wheel lock key. And I was kind of hungry. It was dinner time. It was 7:38, and it was dark because it was January. And the tow truck guy said, you know, there's a Denny's 2 blocks down here, and there's a Jack in the Box there, and he was driving me to the motel. I said, is there an IHOP around? Because I really like IHOP. He's like, yeah, but it's kind of like 5 miles back in the other direction. I was like, okay. He's like, I can drive you there if you want. And I was like, he's like this short Mexican guy, and he seemed really harmless, and I was like, okay. And he, you know, and I asked him about his life, and he had a wife and kids, and so he wasn't flirting.
The travels of Jody and the sweet Mexican continues on for another 2 minutes. The detective then brings Jody's attention to what he already believes was the trigger motive for the murder.
So, you know, moving over to his trip to Cancun that he was going to, when did you first find out about that he was going with Mimi?
Oh, I found out about that at his memorial services on Monday. It was the Monday night memorial service.
You didn't know he was...
That was smart.
I think that's awesome, actually.
Right.
Yeah, well, unfortunately...
Yeah.
Called him a week or two
Sorry.
before.
Oh.
That he was too.
Oh, I found out about that at his memorial services on Monday. It was the Monday night memorial service.
You didn't know he was taking me.
I think that's awesome, actually.
Right.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Mimi had called him...
That's quite amusing.
A week or two before, and I told him, look, if you want to take somebody else, it's fine, but I have something to tell you. I don't look at you that way. I don't look at you as a boyfriend. I don't look at you that way.
Look.
I don't look at you
Look at her.
as a boyfriend.
I know the look. Watch your face. Not that. Watch your face. Watch your cheeks. Watch your lips purse. Oh. That's the Joker, dude.
If you want to be friends, we can be friends.
The detective essentially stated that Travis was friend-zoned by Mimi, but he still invited her instead of Jody anyway.
What kept you to him? I don't understand.
Well, moving is expensive for one. Once I was there,
Pardon,
I was
jeez.
stuck there.
But why do you continue to go back to him? You know what he wants. You know that it's not healthy. But yet you continue to go back. And it brings us to this point where we are now.
Part of my perspective now has to do with the fact that I'm going through a repentance process that I've worked out with, you know, with my bishop. And he's given me, you know, certain scriptures to read and ponder and pray about. And
Preacher Jody emerges for another 2 minutes, going into detail about scripture.
If the rain gets too loud, I'll mute.
The detective then interjects and starts getting more confrontational with the facts about Jody's behavior towards Travis.
And obviously you guys kept this relationship.
Ah, dude, one beer, half a pizza, half a pipe.
Because nobody really knew about it.
well,
There were some people who I talked to and said, yeah, they continue to have a relationship.
Can I have the rest of the pipe, dude? Oh, that's so good.
Others who were saying that
The onions. The onions are so good, dude.
to the point to where you would go into his house when he wasn't there or when you weren't invited. And
Yeah, there's a lot of that. That's
people saying, you know, she just kind of showed up, and I don't want to tell her to leave, but you know, I don't want her here.
oh, must have been early on, because there were a couple times when we established a rule early on, just don't come over unless, he said you can come over anytime, but I need to know first.
The detective then starts ramping up the pressure and brings Jody's alibi and road trip into the discussion.
Was it the week of the first week of June? You took a trip to Salt Lake City. Which route did you take from there?
I was supposed to get on the 15 and go all the way up. And I somehow got for a while I was lost, and I'm not above sleeping in the car, so I slept for a while. I'm a heavy sleeper and I sleep a lot, so.
But you were on the 15 for a while, and you ended up getting off the 15 somewhere.
Yeah, I looked at a map, but I'm pretty sure I know where I went. Can I draw you a map?
Sure. So this trip took you a little over 48 hours then. I have a problem with this trip.
Well, I
Okay.
went first too.
Yeah, I know. I know you went down here. I've gone over this trip over and over in my mind and on paper. And even if there's still 20 some odd hours, even if you pulled over to sleep a couple of times.
Oh, did I tell you that I got stranded?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mentioned that. If you slept for 10 hours
I only slept for like
here
8
and
hours.
here, it would still leave 18 some odd hours for something else. Okay. This is what people are focusing on, is this trip that you took. Because they're saying she left, she didn't get to till Thursday. Wednesday? That's when Travis was killed.
I did not go near his house. Aren't there?
I pulled your cell records. Your cell phone was turned off between here and here.
Well, I didn't turn it off physically, but it died.
And then it magically,
I got
you
it.
found your charger here.
It was. And it was when I was.
When you were lost, you couldn't have maybe pulled over and found it, or
Well, I did finally start looking when I was stranded. I wouldn't have pulled over when I was lost.
Detective Flores explains to Jody multiple times over how the trip doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And whether it's feigned naivety or that she literally doesn't understand the concept of time and distance, she pretends to be confused by the allegation rather than actually confront it. This goes on for 3 minutes before the detective confronts Jody with the evidence of the photographs on Travis's camera.
But I don't think you're being completely honest with me about that trip.
I honestly got lost. It's bad timing.
Were you at Travis's house on Wednesday?
Absolutely not. I was nowhere near Mesa. I was nowhere near Phoenix. I wasn't even close to him.
What if I could show you proof you were there? Would that change your mind?
I wasn't there.
You can be honest with me, Jody.
I was not at Travis's house. Was not.
I was not there. I was not.
Timing. Absolutely not. I was nowhere near Mesa. I was nowhere near Phoenix.
Oh my, I need that. This. Thank you.
I wasn't even close to him.
What the fuck just happened here?
I'll show you proof you were there.
Oh.
Will that change your mind?
I wasn't there.
You were at Travis's house. You guys had a sexual encounter, which there's pictures. And I know you know there's pictures because I have them. I will show them to you.
By the way,
Okay?
I just want to put this out there.
What I'm asking.
That's bullshit. Rain is not coming. Rain is here, motherfucker.
Are you sure those pictures aren't from another time?
Positive. Remember I told you about the camera?
Mm-hmm.
The card's intact. Remember I told you that card was destroyed? I didn't want to tell you the truth.
He lied.
In Travis's bedroom with
Oh no.
pictures of him.
They were doing it.
It's obvious you guys are having sex. Taking photos of each other. And they're dated and time-stamped on the day he died.
Are you sure it's me? I mean, that because I was
Jody.
not there.
It's you. And you know it's you. I know all the details of this case. The only thing I don't know is why did you choose to go visit Travis that day? And why did you do what you did?
Uh-oh.
I didn't
Uh-oh.
Why,
hurt
Jody?
Travis.
You did. You hurt him.
Yep.
That's why we're here.
Correct.
That's why I flew up here.
True.
Because I needed to talk to you about this.
Yes.
I can just arrest you and throw you in jail, but I want to know why. Why did you do this to him?
I wouldn't hurt Travis. He's
Pretty
done
fair,
so
right?
much for me.
I know you took pictures of him in the shower just before he died.
I don't think he would allow that.
Mm-hmm. And the camera actually took a couple of photos by accident during the time that he was being killed.
Really?
Yeah, Jody, really. You were there. Quit playing this game. It's time for you to just come out and,
I didn't
tell me.
know. I did not hurt Travis.
I did not
I did
do
not
it.
hurt Travis.
No, not me. Someone else. Looked just like me.
I
Same
wouldn't do that to him.
The
parts.
detective then goes on to explain the DNA evidence collected at the crime scene, which includes Jody's blood mixed with Travis's blood, Jody's hair, and Jody's bloody palm print.
You either had blood on your hand and you touched the wall, or there was blood on the wall and you touched the blood.
Could my palm print have already been there and then blood touched it?
Jody. Jody, this is over. This is absolutely over. You need to tell me the
Okay.
truth.
Listen, the truth is I did not hurt Travis.
So we'll call this
If
part
you want, I
one
can show you some pictures of him.
of Jody,
Do you want to see
Yeah.
pictures of him?
and we'll do some more Jody later. Maybe. But like, I
Part of me
want to
does,
play some
part of me
Vermintide.
doesn't.
Why? Because you don't want to remember?
No, I just,
Jody.
there's a morbid curiosity.
Jody,
I wanted to know how he died.
we can keep playing these games over and over again. I'm not going to believe you.
Listen,
It's over.
could it have been my blood from
Your
before?
image is not important right now. Saving the rest of your life is.
Listen, if I'm found guilty, I don't have a life. I'm not guilty. I didn't hurt Travis. If I hurt Travis, if I killed Travis, I would beg for the death penalty. It just seems so impossible. I'd want to see it. I'd want to know. I mean, I'm not a murderer, but I guess if I were to do that, I would wear gloves or, something. Okay, let's say for a second that I did. And I say, I did it.
Mhm.
I mean,
The motive is there. The jealousy issue.
but I wouldn't even say it was jealous. I mean, there may have been some jealousy there, but
Then what is
I
it?
think if
What
anyone-
caused this?
I think if anyone, maybe Travis was jealous, but
That's not what I
Yeah,
noticed.
Travis. He was the jealous one. Oh my.
Or, maybe something just got out of hand.
I just-
Maybe things got out of hand.
did you
and-
find the gun? Maybe that would.
Jody, we're just playing games here. I'm gonna take a little break, but I need you to think about what you're doing here. Because the best thing for you to do is to tell me the truth. It's so important that you tell me why this occurred, what was going through your mind, and what caused you to do this. I'll let you think about that. Okay? And I'm gonna go look for some pictures, and I'll bring them over, and we'll continue this discussion. Okay? Let me go find them. I'll be right back.
Detective, I'm not a murderer.
Stretcha! Okay. The face of evil, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yo, you came up with something. Hey, listen, I've had one beer, so I'm wasted. So I don't know if we can talk business. I am legally drunk. I've had one beer. Look, it's over here. I had it. This one. I had that one. So, too inebriated. But I am very excited. Hey, you should come in here. It's better. It's just better. Oh, hey, I get to look at it. Yo! Actually, I really like that. I like that a lot. I'll tell you what. Hi. I don't have to yell anymore.
Hello.
Dude, I would have never guessed that. That's really...
Yeah, I mean, I figure it has to be something to do with gaming, right?
Yeah.
It has a K in there for Cassis.
Oh, yeah, shit, yeah. All right. Yeah, it does.
And then a little ode to DualShock 2, because I know you're a boomer.
Yeah.
Like old PlayStation games.
Well, the DualShock 2, it's it's basically the... I mean, that's not true. There's like a whole touch panel thing in the front. But I mean, the idea is, you know...
So the shape is based off of a DualShock 5, which is obviously the newest one, right?
Yeah, I you know, I want one real bad, but I already have these Xbox One A's, you know. I'll figure out a cool, funny word for that eventually. But hell yeah, dude, I really like that.
It's something.
Yeah. Kind of looks like the dwarf too. Vermintide a little bit.
I was gonna say you always get like a
Yeah.
a funny face with controllers as well.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I'm a fan. So I started to react to JCS channel. That was pretty good.
I saw a little bit of that.
Yeah. Have you seen any of those yet?
I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. They're like cool. They're far too long though for how
Yeah.
just sort of like objective they are.
Yeah.
Like I'm an objective person. But when all you're doing is trying to talk legal facts about stuff, it's like I don't want to listen to that for an hour plus.
Yeah, this dude, there was a couple claims in this one that I was pushing back on.
Well, that's the thing. He always does like does stuff based on facts, which is, you know, the correct way to do things probably, but
don't bother me with your facts, sir. Well, no, it's not even. There's some times where I feel like he takes liberties. Like.
I mean, I think the only time I've ever seen him take liberties is to make a meme about something, and he makes it very clear when he's just memeing.
Yeah, the memes are very good. I like when he adds like the little, because it's so serious. Like you don't expect to see like a clip of Dr. Evil in the middle of it, right? So that's pretty good. But no, there's one in like the one I was just watching. He's like, because she goes on about, oh yeah, and he, you know, he showed me your picture on Facebook, and you know, I was really happy for him and all this, and like went on, and very clearly like that's not how she reacted about this Mimi individual, yeah. But like he says, he's like, no one clearly ever in their right mind would, you know, believe that he would show this to her. I'm like, I disagree. I fully can picture the conversation where he's like, hey, that was real good and all. Right? But we gotta stop doing this. Look, I met this girl. Blah, 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 blah. Her name's this. And then, like, it doesn't go well. And then, like, he pushes it, you know, like, the next second, third, fourth encounter. And he's like, look, no, look, here's her picture. I'll show you. She's real. Look, this is her. Seriously, like, I really like her. Can we, you know, maybe cut down on this or stop? Or, like, can you, what? Like, I can see that conversation happening. So I pushed back pretty hard on that. But that's it. Yeah, she's still, like, a psycho murderer, right?
I mean, if that would be like a paper trail type deal, though, right?
That conversation. She said
like,
it was
multiple times.
Well, I don't know. She said it was an in-person conversation, but I'm just saying, like, I could see something like that occurring. Like, that conversation could take place. He was saying that that conversation's impossible. While I don't know if I believe her that it even happened, I'm saying it. You know, that's reasonable. I've had conversations like that with, like, friends with benefits that I was trying to cut it off with. I'm like, hey, look, I gotta, like, we gotta not, like, this person's, you know, da, 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 da. They didn't kill me, so it went better than that did, you know, so.
Was, that was the detective, though, yeah?
Talking, no. That was the, well, I don't know what the narrator does. It was the YouTuber.
Oh, yeah, they just narrate.
Yeah. There's some claims that he makes sometimes. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, so. I was gonna say any claims that he makes is strictly manipulation.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll.
That's like the whole point of an interrogator is to manipulate.
Yeah. There's a couple things that he says that are interesting though, because like he talked about how like they'll ramble on, you know, to maybe like about like all the random topics to try to give themselves like, you know, a few brief moments away from it. And that's actually kind of falls, and I said this earlier, but it kind of falls into like good conversational techniques, and it's something I learned doing like service industry, retail, kind of waitering, kind of stuff.
That's their job, is to manipulate.
Yeah, well, you know, if you get someone like to like, if someone's like really shy or like kind of like out of place or whatever, if you can get them, a good way to get someone to open up is to ask them either questions about like their school or what they do, or, you know, very easy stuff about them, because it's questions, you know.
Yeah, I've watched a ton of stuff just on interrogations of criminals.
Yeah.
Because I just like true crime.
Yeah. But it also, yeah, I imagine it works in interrogations too, but this is something I've done in retail like forever. You know, if someone's uncomfortable, just get them talking about themselves and they'll, you know, come out of their shell a bit. This works in your, you know, the real world is also.
Yeah, I think JCS has something on what is it? It was on one of the school shooters.
They he also did just one on like like faking crazy. I haven't seen all of it yet, but pretty interesting so far. This kid.
Yeah, okay. That's the one.
Yeah.
The kid is a school shooter, I'm pretty sure.
The kid. Yes. And he like recorded himself. He's like, if I'm gonna be on the news, you'll know my face. And then he's like, the demons.
That's basically the whole thing about that is with the interrogator is just manipulating the conversation to have the person actually speak.
Yeah.
Because at first they just want to like stick with the crazy act, and he manipulates them into just talking about small things that leads into it.
I didn't know like what we did if like you succeed with the insanity plea. I didn't know what like because I knew like we shut a lot of places down a long time ago. I didn't know what like the current deal was until like that was brought up in that video.
I mean, they still go into a crazy ward.
Yeah, it's like until he's like for some reason people think this is good. Here's where they send you. It fucking sucks. Probably worse. By all means, you know?
Yeah, the only thing
you don't get the death penalty. Yeah.
That the only thing that you can possibly achieve of that is not getting death penalty.
And like the death penalty doesn't exist in even like a lot of, well, I don't actually know, but in like I assume some of the states, maybe half, maybe less, I don't know.
Well, it depends on where your case is sent.
Yeah, and like what you do.
Because if it's in federal court, you'll be sent to a state that has a capital punishment.
Yeah, they'll work it out.
It doesn't matter what your state court has to say about it. If federal court decides that you're going to be killed, then you're going to be taken out of your state.
They'll send your ass to Texas, dude. There was a comedian that did a joke about, I think it was Bill Engvall. He's like, if they were trying to pass a law that it was if they had more than 3 credible eyewitnesses that saw you do the thing you were accused of, they would put you like at the front of the line for your sentencing. I think the comedian's bit was something to the effect of, you know, most places are trying to abolish the death penalty. We're trying to put in like a speed pass.
Very good.
Yeah. Eyewitness testimony is like really not great. It's like probably the worst.
No, I mean it's proven to be the least.
Yeah, that. Not
the least evidence. I don't know what the fuck how to say that correctly.
Yeah, the not regarded. The least.
English is not my first language.
Yeah. It's not like not disregard, not. Wow, admissible. The least admissible, maybe? That's close.
No, it'd be the most admissible if...
I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's the one they're like, nah. It's like the least credible. Yeah.
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 The least credible bit of evidence that you could possibly have, yeah.
You know what upsets me about that? I'm a human. I can witness something. And
yeah, but you're wrong is the problem.
Yeah, apparently, dude. like
it's been proven over and over again that eyewitness is just incorrect.
So like when you're arguing the facts of like of the past with like a significant other, dude, like that's fucked. Because the court is just like automatically like you're both full of shit. No one has any idea what just happened 5 minutes ago. That's not okay.
Well, I mean, it's more minute details. Obviously, significant things can be remembered quite well. But they've done multiple studies where they have people, like just random people that end up agreeing to be like part of the study afterwards, right? Where they'll have a fake crime, somebody runs by and takes a purse from someone or something, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll ask the 100 people around them, what was the guy wearing? What was his hair color? All this type of stuff. And the percentage of people that get it correct is so low.
And nobody sees the gorilla that walks behind him. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Dude, there's actually a more current example. The NLSS did some stuff with there's a Mario Party game. One of the mini games, it's like some variation of like a bullet bill or not, or maybe 2, and then like Koopa Troopas, and then like the Koopa Paratroopas, and then like maybe a Goomba. And they're either carrying fruit or not, and maybe there's a toadstool, maybe he has fruit, maybe it's a different kind of fruit, and then you get to like pick the question, and 3 people get to... It sucks, dude.
There's an organization of smart people.
Mensa?
That is like, yeah, I think it's Mensa.
Yeah.
That's almost strictly based on like observatory skills.
Yeah, they like IQ a lot.
Well, I mean, I have a problem with them calling it an IQ test because it's not.
Yeah.
It's a certain like talent that people have.
Yeah,
it's
no, I
to memorize things quickly, like an ape or something, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But yeah, they.
As an IQ test, I would. I mean, maybe I don't even know what the fucking IQ test really is, but
I think it depends on what year you took it in.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Like, dude, because I took one.
But I would assume that it has to do with like your overall knowledge.
Yeah. So no, when I was, so they gave me one in 2nd grade, and apparently it's like the standard one. It's basically the same as like, there's a couple things that vary, because there's like some trivia questioning kind of shit that like, you know, obviously you can't ask a 2nd grader that you would ask someone that's older or whatever, right? But like, for the most part, there's like a,
I mean, what is even like
it's like multiple parts. The first part they have like, well, I don't know about part, like I'm not gonna remember all of it. This was, again, I was in 2nd grade. One of the things we had to do.
I'm saying, I didn't think that there was just like a standardized IQ test.
Well, there's standard
like an actual educational one.
So there's standard things that they can test, and I think they can pull from like, if I had to like take an educated guess at how the system works, there's like, it seems like there's a grab bag of tests, and they can pick like 9 or 5 or whatever, right? Because everything I did,
yeah, I always thought
modular.
that was like, I thought all of that was like on the school, like Stanford.
No, someone came in.
Has their own IQ test.
Yeah, someone came. They had some. It wasn't from the school specific. Like someone came in to like, it was like a specialist person, and they had like, one of the things. It was the coolest part. There was like these like basically like dice, like 6-sided cube deals, right? And they each had like, you know, different shadings, like some of it was shaded in or not, and then you get to see it here. Here's this picture, and then they put it down real quick, and then you have those cubes in a mirror, and you have to make the fucking picture. And I was a lot better at that in 2nd grade than I could probably be now, based on like, you know, games with similar design that I'm not very good at. But dude, I fucking destroyed that IQ test. To the point where like, my teachers were like, "You fucking cheated." Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's whatever. Fuck off. So
yeah, and a lot of things that are based on pattern recognition and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, just play chess forever, and you become very good at pattern recognition.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, a lot of like games and stuff do that. Like a lot of like, there's like little things, right? Like I was in 2nd grade, so you know, I'd been playing a little bit of video games. I've been doing, you know, like a lot of kid shit. It's like all pattern recognitions, like all kids do. This is before like Umizoomi existed. You had to like make fun with outside. So.
I have no idea what you even just said.
Yeah, I don't either. This is before the pandemic, when children were allowed to play. Do you remember a time before this dumb shit, dude?
Yeah, it's almost all of our entire life.
Yeah, me too. Do you remember what it was like
it's been a year.
When people wouldn't argue about whether or not we should wear a mask to save our lives or not? Like how dumb that fucking shit is?
No, because I mean that has also happened for decades, probably our entire life.
Yeah, that's been going on a while.
Like, previously, it wasn't a pandemic. It was just air quality in China that sort of forced people there to wear masks because their government slightly sucks and doesn't care about air pollution.
Yeah. Dude, this map is actually hard. I did it finally. I got all 3 runes from the Uber Shrike. It's like a holdout map. Like, I guess all the spawns are also set. Like, it's just, this will spawn here at this wave, period, depending on the difficulty, right? That does not make it easier. It's quite difficult. I have not beat it on Legend. Bots. Yeah, dude, the bots. I bring them in, the bots to come. Everything's going good. And then at the same wave every time, no matter what. They just fucking collapse. Despite my best efforts. And I don't think I can solo that whole thing past like wave 3 or whatever they leave me on. There's like 8 waves. And it starts at just here in the lobby, and I don't know if people can join. No one ever has, so.
I mean, it's more likely that people just aren't trying to join for that.
Yeah. It's like once they get it done, there's not like a lot of reason, you know.
Well, I mean, I would assume maybe like 10% of the people that play this game would even
have the runes to be able to do it in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, it was no small task either, dude. Like, on one of the maps, you have to, like, go find the secret area that's, like, there's a Grim kind of near there. A Grimoire. And then you find a torch there, and then you take the torch halfway through the rest of the map. And then you find a house that has a fireplace in it. And if you throw the fireplace into the torch, or... if you throw the torch into the fireplace... there's a table on the other side that has statues on it, and then they change somehow. I don't know what that means. But if you remember the statues order or take a screenshot of them, if you find the statues later in this other super secret squirrel area, you touch them, then you can get the access to the ruin. And that's just one of them. And there's like another one where you gotta take this fucking thing across the map, and then you get a gargoyle head, and then you get a fucking... you go there, and you got more shit to do once you're there with it, and... none of them are easy. And there's like way crazier shit than other maps. It's fucking insane.
Makes sense.
It's fun though. All the secrets are really good, I think. Not all of them, but the ones I found are pretty good. I'm working on one right now, and I have no idea how to even make progress on it. It's in the pit, and there's like switches everywhere, and I don't see any rhyme or reason to like how it works. I've seen someone open it, but I didn't see how they did it. And there's like so many switches, and I don't understand. I tried pushing them all, and that doesn't work. So there's so many buttons, dude. Helm guard on champion. Okay. Well, for him. Oh shit. Oh, Burblesk. Or Burble Spew. Was that how he says it? Burble Spew? Yeah. That's actually not going to be too hard. Do all 4 bosses as the Slayer? I could do that. Probably. I think. Stamina crit. Probably. It should work. Dude, that's so... I can't believe I didn't know you could do that until the elf came out. After you throw the axes, you can just hold R and get them back. You don't have to chase them. Kind of silly.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Tactily, it feels nice anyway. Oh, actually. Open these on Soulspire. Oh shit. Oh! Well, hell. Not only a red, but like one I don't have to tear down.
That's the last time I'm cooking troll stew, Barney. Revolting stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. It's gonna be like Swift Sling. And then like block cost. And attack speed, I guess? I guess crit. No, he gets a lot of crit on his own. He really doesn't need extra. Hell yeah, dude. The unique rapier. That's pretty good. Nice. Goes with the unique guns I have. Hell yeah, dude. Wow, what do I need with the disc guy? Anything? Oh, a bunch of legend missions still. Hell yeah, dude. Let's see, what do I need? Do I need righteous stand? Nope. How about convocation in the cave? Nope. How about hunger in the... Nope. How about hail scratch? Yeah, hail scratch. Okay, how about affinity? Yeah, we'll do this one.
Turns out Alicia's having trouble extending the Bridge of Shadows into...
Oh no, Alicia.
Helmgard. She's traced the distance to an old elven temple north of here. I need you to put things right. Otherwise, you're going to be walking everywhere and we just won't have time for that.
Dude, the rain's so good.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh, hell yeah, I'm dead. Before I even get here. That's nice. Alright, Grail Knight's doing well. Nope. Outcast Engineer. Doing pretty good. We have an elf, because of course. Captain Cupcake. Alright. Oh, and I'm real. Well, I'm not that far. Yeah, I can kind of see him from here. Man, they're having a time, huh? Glaive Javelin, that's a spicy choice. We got sword and shield. What's your other weapon? You may never know.
Sigmund is our shield and our flaming sword. Vermin with shields here. A black dot. A challenge at last.
Magic has torn the temple asunder!
It's so loud.
A little bit.
medical supplies.
Hush your noise, misused whore. This will soon be over. Let the weeds be up there.
Taste more You seem sluggish, Elf. Can you still fight?
Save me from the POP. Save me.
Right man's ahead. Don't underestimate them. Get off the... Come on, Grimgy. Can't you hear them laughing at you? I see it one falls as readily as it stands. Good killing, Silver. You're a credit to your regiment.
It's all service, peasant. We're all crackheads in the same cause.
Same cause.
The soul is willing, but the flesh requires binding.
See that? Assassins coming.
Saggy, kill that runner! All right, shut on then!
Head down, mayflies. Fare thee well, fire rat.
Chances of spite. Blade monks coming in.
Not so good in a fair fight, assassin.
Kill the fire! Don't deny that you know how to kill elf.
This is nothing. You should have seen me at Culver's Bridge.
Culvers, two known regiments vanished without trace of others. Help! Help! Awaken, Father Judgment! The righteous feel no pain! Another disaster averted! Reckon we're getting pretty good at this story.
So like one day it'll be quieter in here. But I think it's going to rain forever. Conservatively. The Discord picks up way less of it than the stream does, oddly enough. Hell yeah, dude. What's that? Yeah, just a whole lot of word I can't say. But, go ahead and check that one off. Give that one a big old check.
What weighs several tons, draws rat men like flies, and sounds awful? If you just answered, "Oh, no, not another bloody bell," then you win a pumpkin, you lucky bleeder. Don't eat it all at once, because you'll need provisions on your way.
I think it's lightening up a bit.
Raised in Elmgard is a real screaming bell.
That'd be cool. Oh, also, the UI mod I use got updated today. Not only that, but the streamer with the settings that he puts out there that I use also updated his stuff today.
Ready for another go then, mates?
So like, I don't have to clean out my log folder once a day for like 30 gigabytes of errors. Uh-oh. Well, I say that and then the game crashes. That's pretty fucking funny if you ask me. Script error, network transmute, bad argument. Okay. Number expected got nil. Okay. Well. We'll give the game another chance. It's only fair.
Hello.
Hi. My game. No, you're okay. My game crashed.
That's pretty what's up.
Yeah. We're loading it back up though. We're gonna run it back.
Made it through another day, eh? Stop me if you've heard this one before, but the rat men have raised a bloody great bell up on Helmgart's ramparts. Crazy little buggers will worship anything near as I can tell. Problem is, there's no way to know if this is a purely ceremonial lump of bronze or a lodestone. To be by we, I mean you.
This will not end
You're
well.
the gas rats.
Gas rat needs to die.
Like someone who's worked. Doesn't matter how much
mercurial in nature.
Allies. Adults and children are allies. Guides. You two, just shut up and guide your weapons to more enemies.
Look! You're trying to throw something! It's good to
Help yourself to ammunition.
The dead
Tell you what.
require vengeance.
I think I want to invest in a drop ceiling this summer.
Oh yeah?
Dude, yeah, I feel like it's not that expensive. And it'll like reduce the decibels in here by like, I don't know, fucking half. At least. Because
Depending on what you use it.
yeah, it'll be like 2 inches of air for all those vibrations to have a fucking fiesta in between the metal ass roof and me, dude.
That's true.
Fight the righteous fight! Fight on! For the lives! You're back with
Oh man, the lag.
dying? No! I will overcome these temptations. I will!
Just an observation, Clutch. One eye's about to perish. Are you deaf? There's a chaos warrior here. Heads down, mayflies.
That ratling's about to fire!
Like, I'm tagging things and they're not getting tagged right away. What's my ping? Oh, I'm red. Alright.
Chaos warrior. Just what we needed.
You're all red.
Are we? Yeah. Seems kind of orange. Oh, well, I saved her. And then that guy got me. Then she immediately died, huh?
Gas bomb! Crook!
Underestimate that warfire. Stunner leech down.
Sigma stands with us! The Chaos Warrior shall fall!
If y'all could just stay up there on that bridge, that'd be just wonderful.
You got the second tome?
No?
Sigma curse you, keep up!
You can only carry one? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
No, they, I was making sure they couldn't. I'm glad you can hear me. Just anytime they say something that's like vaguely responsive to what I'm saying, oh shit, I want to kill that thing. And then like, but see also, like, not aggro that patrol?
Gas rat! Gas! Watch those globes! Kazaki do! I feel the dark gods reach out for me! You need your wounds binding, Soulspire!
Come, Stunner. My disdain alone will fell you.
Oh, my toe. Alright, we're about to get wrecked by this Chaos Patrol. Come on, throw a javelin at him. Don't be you know, an elf.
Smell some ammunition!
Whatever that means to you.
Before he drowns us in filth. He's blood drunk.
Grimg's gone!
What? Oh, okay. I got elfed. I got killed with the javelin. I was like, what killed me? There's no way that dude hit me. Nah. Elf killed me.
These are the rich folk.
They pierced! No! I refuse that! That one hit me. It may have pierced me and hit something else, but it went and I died. Like that. No. I wasn't collateral damage. I was the damage.
Well, we were just in the way.
I mean, I was on the other side of what they were aiming at. They missed. Because I died, and then the berserker died. Separately. And you know what? This is a good way we could test eyewitness testimony. You can go back and clip it, see who's the asshole. Say right now, it's the elf. Because I'd still, I would have been alive. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Friendly fire in that game is kind of stupid, I think. I know it's supposed to just add a layer of difficulty, but it's kind of just unfun difficulty.
It doesn't usually add, or it doesn't usually do too much damage, I don't think. It just makes it a little bit more something to play around, like you're saying. Like, you can't, to save someone, you can't, like, shoot through their face to save them. I mean, you still can. It'll just, you know, there's consequences, right?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's just sort of unfun difficulty.
I think, though, until this lightens up a little bit, I'm gonna at least shut the stream down. Because just like rain as audio is really not doing anybody any favors.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. Are you this like a off night for you, or are you heading to bed soon?
No, I'm probably gonna head to bed like now. This is my normal bedtime.
Okay, buddy. Well, I'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, if you're around earlier in the day.
Yeah, dude. I'll be up early.
That's when I'm available, so.
Oh, yeah. Alright, buddy.
See ya.
See ya. Stream! Chat, if you can hear me! It's raining! So I'm gonna shut all this down for a little bit. If it calms down the next like 30 minutes an hour, I will be back. If not, though, I mean, check the radar in Florida. You'll see what I'm doing.
Yeah.